Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Local Pundit. Today is Tactical Fortitude Day, the most important day of the week, where we figure out how we're going to get our next win. So without any further ado, let's bring in the expert that's going to tell us how it's going to get done. How are you, brother?
Expert. All right, I've already got a problem with the chat. We do not need to bring this kind of negativity to the channel. Really enjoyed listening to Patty and Joshua. We don't need that kind of negativity.
Sorry.
That's terrible stuff.
Look,
that's a terrible take.
You know how when you go to a concert and there's like the warm up.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, the warm up band. I get it. Yeah, you're right. That's probably
so that's what Josh and Patty are.
What it was. No,
they're the warm up band.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. It was a good show. They did have a good show that I did listen, so they were good. It was a good one. They did like an hour. They went a little longer than I thought they would.
Yeah. So now it's time for Coldplay. So just watch out in the grandstands. If you're there with not your missus, I don't want you getting into trouble.
No, you're good. No, we're good. I'm good. We're good. Everybody's good.
I love this, Aaron. You are good also.
Now I feel much better. I feel much better, Andrew. Thank you. I had to stroke my ego there a little bit.
Shouldn't it be, Aaron, you're the best? Like, yeah,
that would be even better. That would be even better. And then you got this guy, blue bastard. I'll pull a picture out, John. I'll do it.
What's that make him? If he reckons Josh and Patty are the A team and we're the B team. What's that make?
He's not even on. He's the water boy. He's Andrew's
really sucking up.
Best. Oh, jeez, this guy. Yeah, John Merrill. He plays center, guard, and tackle. Center of the bench, guard the water bucket, and tackle anybody comes near it. That's what he does. That's what my that was an old joke. My high school football coach used to tell us that all the time. If you're screwing up, it'd be like you'll be playing center, guard, and tackle. Center of the bench, guard the water bucket, and tackle anybody comes near it.
I wonder how Josh is feeling this morning. Man U's actually had a 1-1 draw with West Ham. Does he feel like he's gained a point or lost 2 points? What do you reckon?
That's losing 2 points.
That's losing 2 points. Yeah, 100%.
That's absolutely dropping 2 points.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anywho, so how you been anyway, buddy?
Yeah, I've been fantastic. Slowing down a little bit at work, so things aren't quite so crazy.
You're saying it's leading into Chrissy, you get a bit more.
Yeah, just slowing down. Yeah, I think what it is, a lot of the places we do a lot of work for are slowing down because it's the end of the year, and you know how that goes. Their orders start slowing down a little bit. They'll pick right back up come January. I'll be back to 10-hour shifts and working out Saturdays and all kinds of crazy stuff, I'm sure. But for the month of December, it slowed down a little bit, so not too bad.
Fair enough. Yep. See, we're getting some trollers in the chat now.
Yeah, we got some weirdos. Look at this guy. Never heard of her. Josh Anthony.
No, got nothing.
Oh, there he is. He did reply. Terrible loss.
Terrible loss.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So I mean, well, how are we gonna get this done?
Well, let me pull up. I've been working on the tactical board. So let me pull up my share screen here. I should have probably done this before the show, but we were chatting.
But we're chatting. We're catching up.
It happens. Yeah. I know we see each other once a week. So
yeah. Victor is very busy, Andrew, leading into Christmas. He's been very busy at work, unfortunately. Yes. He sends his apologies. He is keen to get back. He's just got to remember to get his footy tips in. Although when he didn't do his footy tips, he actually got a better score. So
oh shoot, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Well, John, you should be waiting to be tactically enlightened because your footy tipping is absolutely terrible. Terrible.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about tactically enlightened because there's not much to. I mean, this could be the most boring game ever.
Talking about people doing well on the footy tips. Brother, you had a cracker.
I've been on a run here. I've been
You
on a
moved
bit of a
to
run.
second place on 83 points, only 6 points behind me now. I'm starting to feel the pressure coming up from behind.
Dude, I've been on a unbelievable run like the last couple game weeks, or you know what I mean? It's a couple.
Aaron's on a tear.
Yeah, I have been. It's gonna fall apart, I'm sure. But it was. I've been hitting some bob-ons and I just haven't missed a lot of pick. I've got a lot right actually. So
Okay, so what do you got for us here?
all right, this is what I got. So this is kind of my guess for us and them. They run. They kind of. So generally, it's like a 3-5. They're very similar to us. 3-5-2 slash 3-2-4-1.
Yeah, 3 4
Seems
2
like the
1.
last few weeks or last few games they've kind of done that. They kind of got this attacking three with Jebison, Dobbin, and Devine. But this can just as easily be like this. Whiteman playing deeper, Third Arson playing up here, and then it's more of a 3-5-2. I think it just depends on who they're playing. I feel like against us, they'll probably go with the what I had there originally. The more
3-4-2-1.
yeah, and Divine's a very attacking midfielder, so he's always going to play a little forward. He's going to get forward, kind of like Elliot Lee always did for us when we played a 3-5-2.
Yeah,
So it's going to be something like that.
they're very hard to break down defensively, aren't they?
Yes, very, very good defensively. Now the last couple games, I guess against Wednesday they weren't fantastic, and I don't know if it was just kind of a letdown. But it was
Took
a
them
3
too
game,
lightly, do you think?
and they're playing. Yeah, I think it was 3-2. They won at 3-2. But give up 2 goals against Wednesday weren't great, and the goals weren't fantastic. I think they'd be pretty disappointed with how that went down. But they're a really good team. Whiteman's really good. The back three, this has been their back three all season. They played really well. Story, Lindsay, and Hughes. Iverson, I think, has done a pretty good job. Although I think was it Wednesday? I watched so many highlights today. I think it was against Wednesday. It might have been one of the other ones. I feel like there was a goal that he really should have done a lot better with, and he just looked like he was moving in slow motion when he gave up a goal. But other than that, I think he's actually been decent.
They're sitting in 5th place, and they're only 1 win off second.
Right. I mean, they've had an unbelievable start to the season. They're the way that, I mean, I don't think anybody had them this high in the table. You know what I mean? Nobody expected them to be this high in the table. I think I had them down around. I may have actually tipped them to be relegated. To be honest, I know I definitely had them down around it.
I can't remember
because they had a really bad end of the last season. So like they looked like, I think about January time they looked fairly safe. They were sitting like 13th, 14th, somewhere in there, but they looked like they were fine. And then by the end of the season, they'd kind of played their way into a relegation scrap where I think they stayed up on the last day, if I remember right. It was either that or maybe the game before the last game. But it was tight. It wasn't, they weren't feeling good about it. It was really a bad
last season.
Yeah, it was a bad finish to their season. So I kind of thought
20th. Yeah. Last 5 games, draw and 4 losses.
Yeah, that's right. It was just a terrible, terrible end of their season.
So they were tumbling.
Yeah, and so I just off of that, I kind of thought, yeah, that probably continues, But to be fair to them, they've made some good moves, got some good players in, and I mean they've been playing really well. I would say I think the one we really need to watch is Alfie Devine here. He's super dangerous, very attacking player, but good midfielder though. And like I said, sometimes he plays more like the 8, that 8 role where he plays a little deeper. But it seems like here lately they've been kind of had an attacking 3 with Jebison, Dobbin, and Devine. They do have Michael Smith, who was a guy that we were after. He's a big target man. So we do know a little bit about him. He started, I think, 4 games for him this season,
Yep.
something like that. So he usually gets in, I think. But Jebison, I think, is their main starting striker. You know what I mean? But he kind of plays that big man. He Jebison, I think, kind of fills that role that Kiefer does for us. Except I'd say Jebison's got a little more pace. And by a little more, I mean a lot of more. I think. I think he's quite a bit pacier. He's quite a bit pacier. But he's a bigger guy. Not quite the target forward that Moore is, I don't think. But I mean, he's just a little different. But that's kind of what he's been doing for them.
Yep.
But they're very much a counterattack team. You know what I mean? They hit on the counter. I don't think it's as much hitting a lot of as many long balls up to Jebison as it is. They're just trying to hit on the counter, and with his pace, and he can get forward and cause some issues. So yeah, they've been a really good team this season. Then for us, this is kind of what I think we might do. I'll be honest, it's really hard because we've changed our midfield so much here recently. I have a
I
hard
think
time leaving. I have a
I
hard time
would.
leaving O'Brien out, but something tells me he goes with this.
Well, I
I'm
was
not
just going to say to you then that I think Thomason is a better fit at the moment than O'Brien.
I think in that role, if he goes with the 3-5-2 like this, where he's got the 3 midfielders, I think Thomason right now is playing that role, that 8 role, a lot better.
Mhm. Yep.
O'Brien, for some reason, seems like he's not. I'm not really sure. I can't pinpoint it, to be honest with you, but he's just not hasn't looked fantastic when he
Mhm.
plays there. He looks much better when we play the box midfield and he plays further forward and
Yep.
more of an attacking role. And we may do that. You know what I mean? We could do that. I also was kind of I'm kind of a coin flip between whether he brings Windass back in for Broadhead, but I think the fact that Broadhead's I think he's getting some goals.
I think
Obviously that
Woodhead's
last
looked
one
sharper.
they gave it to the one last week the tying goal there um, against Blackburn.
Yep.
Obviously they gave it to Max, but I mean that was off of a broadhead shot that very likely could have went in anyway, even if it didn't hit Max.
Yep.
So it's just kind of so yeah, that's I don't know. What's your? I mean,
Well,
what are your thoughts on it?
I'm with you on this. I think Broadhead has looked sharper
Mm-hmm.
lately than
Mm-hmm.
Windass, and the more minutes he gets on the pitch, I think the better he'll be. So
Mm-hmm.
this lineup you've got here is probably the exact lineup I would go with right now, especially if
Mm-hmm.
McLean's playing wing back, then I definitely want
Yeah,
to play Thomason.
Thompson. Yeah.
They
Oh.
seem to just understand each other really well.
Mm-hmm.
And McLean and O'Brien didn't quite, using that terrible gel word again, as well as Thomason and McLean.
Right.
And going away to Preston, I think we will be, a little bit more like our Ipswich game, just a little bit more defensive.
More
But
defensive. Yeah.
we've been quite confident with the ball coming out of defence and looked a lot sharper with the ball coming out of defence. So, and that's why I really do like Broadhead up there with Moore. And, and I'd like Dobson to feel free to try and push forward and provide service along with Longman and Macca. And Macca has been very good coming forward in the last couple of games
Yeah.
down that wing. And I think that's because the opposition teams have put more focus on other players and allowed Macca a little bit more space at their peril, because he's provided a lot of good opportunities. So run with it,
Yeah.
and keep going. And, I mean, we didn't have a loss in November. So,
Right.
yeah, so I think, I think that, if we can continue this coming into December and through December, that would be fantastic. I'd take a draw in this game myself personally. Don't get me wrong, I want the win. I've tipped the win, but I'll take a draw.
Yeah, I would too. I don't think an away draw at Preston is a bad at all. They're very good.
Chris has an interesting point here.
Mm-hmm.
Does Doyle, Doyle looked very good coming on, but it was just throw the kitchen sink at it when he came on.
Yeah.
But having his left foot, I think he could play instead of Macca.
I don't think he'll
do it.
Doyle will come on to play instead of Macca. I think if Doyle plays, I actually went back and forth on whether I thought Scar was going to get dropped or not. I don't think he will, because I think we're more solid defensively with the three I've got there than we are when Doyle's out there. But when we're going for it, what's that?
How good is Heim in defense?
Oh, he's fantastic.
Seriously,
he's fantastic. And Scar's been really good. So I think I went with this. I think he keeps Scar in. But if we are chasing the game, he probably puts Doyle in. I thought Doyle was fantastic when he came on, but it was mainly he wasn't having to do any defending. We were going forward that whole. We dominated the last 2 minutes. Well, even more than that, even really. Whatever it was. It was probably 25 minutes. It was just absolutely. We were battering them. It was just attack after attack after attack after attack, and it was. They did really well to defend a lot of it, but and we were lucky. Really, probably lucky to get the goal at the end. I think a draw was a fair result, but Doyle looked really good with the ball at his feet, and you could see it really showed like how important it is to have a natural left footer on that left side, of the back three when he's pushing when we're trying to get the ball out from the back and push forward. They were really causing Chaim trouble for some reason. He was really struggling against them, and I think having that natural left footer over there is really helpful. But that being said, I do think he lacks just a little bit in defense, so I could see Parky going back to Scar. We'll see. I could be wrong, and I wouldn't be upset if he changes it. But because look, we paid a lot of money for Doyle. We want him to play. You know what I mean? He's a younger player. He's got tons of experience at this level. You know what I mean? So he's going to come back into the team at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's this game. I could almost see it maybe being on the midweek game. You bring him back in.
I love the fact that we're talking like this. We're torn whether we're bringing players in or not, because that means that in this heavy period from now through till New Year's, we're going to be able to rotate players in and out.
Yeah, and that was funny. That was something that Josh was. He mentioned they were talking today, and he was mentioning about Parky not really, rotating the squad. And I put in the comments, I was like, actually, I think he's rotated a lot more this season than he ever has.
I agree with you. He definitely has. If you go look at the stats, he absolutely has.
Yeah, if you look, just look at the starting lineup from what was Saturday to the game before. It was he changed almost. The midfield. I think was almost completely changed. He stuck with. Broadhead and Moore he stuck with, and the back three he's stuck with. But he's, and I think right now at wing backs he can't right now because
he doesn't have
injuries.
Choice.
Yeah, there's not much choice. Yeah, we don't have shit for Choice right now. We're playing what we got. But I think when we had Choice, he was changing it quite a bit. It wasn't, it wasn't always locked on the same players. So I think, you could say, injuries have forced his hand a little, but I'd be honest. I think, I think he has rotated pretty well this season.
You know what I think is going to be the big difference for us this week compared to our last game? Ben Sheath getting the week to recover and go again. We'll see a different Ben Sheath. We'll see a different Ben Sheath this weekend. He looked tired in that last game.
Yeah, I agree. He needs. Yeah, he definitely. It's weird with him. You'd think by now he'd be fully fit and going, but it does seem like he still struggles. Even at the end of games, he seems like he slows down a little bit. He loses his step.
Maybe he will never be. He won't be like a Heim who
Yeah.
can just play game after game after
Right,
game.
right. And that's
Midfield,
okay.
you're doing more work. That's fine. Yeah, you buy another player. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chris, you nailed it there. Need some of them sheaf passes to Broady. Yeah, 100%. Like, you know, nice passes through to Moore, to Broadhead. You know, absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's why I think this lineup looks great. I actually think that this lineup will be more potent in this game than the lineup that we had in the Blackburn game. Few players looked a bit tired in that game, and just having those extra few days, I think, will make all the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously, like I said, I mean, we could make some change. You know, he could go a little different if he wanted. He could go. I mean, if we stayed in this formation and just change some players, you know, maybe you go O'Brien here, which you know, I'm not totally against that. But like, I kind of agree with you. I think Thomason has looked better in that 8 role. And then I think, honestly, I think Dobson, if he's fit, I think it's hard not to pick him. I think he's been one of our best players this season, which is you wouldn't if you had told me that at the beginning of the season
Wouldn't
that
have believed
Dobson
it.
was going to be one of our best midfielders, I'd have been like, you're out of your mind. You know what I mean?
And, you know, the other thing is I wonder how Parky's feeling about Rathbone week on week, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I was listening to his interview today, and he was talking about some of the injured players, and the way he talked about Rathbone, it still seems like he's not willing to play him yet. You know what I mean? I don't think he feels comfortable playing Rathbone yet, because he kind of lumped him in with the guys that are out of the squad. You know, when he was talking about J Rod and Andy
Andy
Kane.
Cannon. Well, I was just going to mention there, Aaron, you look at your injured list there in pink down the side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as some of these players start to come back through the end of December and definitely into January,
Mm-hmm.
The squad is going to be very strong come January.
Yep.
So,
Sure.
and the team, I think, will be back to firing on all cylinders. So, in my opinion, the goal for December is to stay within touching distance. I did say that. I just want to be within touching distance of the playoffs come Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I think we'll see us actually progress up the ladder a bit from there. So, and looking at that last year's table, when I just looked up Preston, 50 points kept you clear of relegation.
Yeah.
So let's add 2 points to that and say you need 52 points.
Yeah.
We're halfway there.
Right.
At 18 games into the season.
Yeah.
And I don't think we had a great start to the season. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to watch the other teams struggle with the relegation zone when you think about it. Like, you know, so we're 5 games off the middle of the season. Well, obviously Sheffield Wednesday on -10. Ouch. But Norwich 13, Portsmouth and Swansea 17, Oxford 18. Out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total teams, 3 of them are definitely getting relegated. Sheffield United is going to fight their way away. Yeah. Blackburn's going to fight their way away. And Charlton's still got a 2-game lead over those teams. So, yeah, I think that's important. And then you go in the other direction from us and look up, which is where we're looking. You know, Wrexham only 1 win outside the playoffs right now. So, you know, like not having losses and getting a couple of wins along the way will keep us within touching distance of the playoffs. And if we have a better run than that, we might actually be sitting in the bottom of the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think, I mean, if we can just, I mean, win, loss, we've been doing that for the last, let's see, goes back 1, 2, 3,
long time.
6 matches. Well, I guess that was Cardiff. So in the league, if you do it in the league, it's 8 matches unbeaten. In the league, and it was, you know, win against Oxford, draw against Borough, win against Cov, draw against Portsmouth, win against Charlton, draw against Ipswich, win against Bristol, and then we drew at Blackburn. So I mean, it's
does that mean we're winning this weekend? We're due for a win?
I mean, yeah, if we're going to continue the pattern, we're due for a win. So that'd be great.
I'll tell you what, if you continued that pattern through the season, we'll definitely be in the playoffs, people. That's 2 points per game.
Yeah. One thing I will say this week coming up, obviously Preston we're away, and then we are away at Hull too on Wednesday. So
Yeah.
2 away games out of the 3. We're at home next Saturday against Watford, which isn't going to be Watford's no pushover.
There are some cracker games this weekend, Aaron.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this weekend. Yeah.
Southampton at home to Birmingham,
Mm-hmm.
Ipswich at home to Coventry. Our game, Sheffield United at home to Stoke, Bristol at home to Millwall. Like, it's an absolute cracker weekend. Derby at home to Leicester.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good one too. I just there's the championship is so wide open right now. Like it's hard to really like. I mean, like you said, like Sheffield United are starting to get some form all of a sudden. And with the players they got, you'd think they could make a run. I mean, and they're playing Stoke, who I was talking to Patty about it Monday. Stoke's like one of those teams. Like I just don't fully believe they're that good yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm not blown away.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of the teams, if you look at the teams in the playoffs, like I'm just like Middlesbrough didn't blow me away. You know what I mean? No. Millwall definitely didn't blow me away. Stoke does not blow me away. Preston, I mean, we'll see him, this week. But would you be surprised? It's the same thing I told Patty. Like, would you be surprised if, at the end of the season, Preston ends up 15th? Probably not.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, you really would,
Well, think about it. 15's 24 points at the moment, which is only 2 wins.
Right.
Away from where they are now. That's absolutely possible.
Like it just wouldn't, like some of the teams are in the playoffs right now, and Bristol City too. I mean, we beat them already, so it's like I'm not blown away by the top of the table right now. Now it could change. You start getting Ipswich get up in there, and Birmingham get up in there, and Southampton keep winning, they can get up in there, and then all of a sudden the top 6 looks tough. You know what I mean?
Okay. Why the hell would you put Birmingham in that list, Aaron?
Hey, you give them credit where credit's due. They're playing really well right now. I mean, I just to be honest. I mean, as much shit as I give John, they are playing really well right now.
Yeah, they're a good team.
So it's hard to shit on them. They're scoring goals. It seems like they've gotten more direct. And I mean, obviously, John could speak on this better than I can, but just looking at some of the highlights and stuff that I've seen, it just they've figured something out. You know what I mean? And whether it was just their attacking four, they needed to get the right mixture of that, or whether it was their, the midfield, trying to get that figured out. But it's whatever they've done, they look much better right now than they did, their last few months where they were struggling a little bit. But I mean, that being said, we're right there with them.
Oh yeah. But 2 points behind them, like this weekend, could easily be in front of them or drawn with them, or we could drop further away. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? You just don't know.
Yeah, I think John's saying like the next 8 games are the moving fixtures. The top 6 contenders will be clearer. Yeah. Yes, 8 games gets us to 26 games into the season because it gets us over halfway. Obviously, we'll probably start to see a little bit of separation, but not massive. I don't think there'll still be stories that you can tell to give a good reason why a team can or can't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which is the great part about this league, isn't it?
I mean, anybody can beat anybody, dude. Like, it's just unbelievable. And I'll be honest, like another thing, like all of a sudden, new manager comes in, Norwich is starting to turn things around. They got a long way to go, but just looking at the squad, like they're not a bad team, and if they start playing well, even if they're probably at this point, it's probably too big of a push to get all the way back into the playoffs, but they could cause people problems. You know what I mean? They could be beating teams that are trying to push for the playoffs. You know what I mean? So it's just this division is wild, man.
See, I think they can make the playoffs.
They might. How far out are they right now? I didn't do the math on it. I didn't.
So, Sheffield United's won their last 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
You look at that. Teams go on a run, and it's totally possible. Like 17 points in the relegation zone is 4 wins outside the playoffs.
Yeah. So
now that's like by Christmas, 4 wins outside the playoffs with 23 to go, bridge too far. But everything else above that, anything three wins or less outside the playoffs, totally doable.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just don't. I honestly, like I was telling Patty on Monday, I think the new manager there at Norwich, blanking on his name,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I
Norwich
like
is too far.
Philip Clement. I think he'll get them out of the relegation zone, no problem. And I think he'll have them playing really well by the end of the season. And I think I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I think they'll be beating teams. They'll be beating a lot of teams that are in the playoffs and fighting for the playoffs. So they're going to put a real,
they're going to hurt.
They're going to throw a wrench into into everything. You know what I mean? They're just going to cause everybody problems because they're not. What do you got to lose? You know what I mean? At that point, it's just here.
I think they're the only 2 teams that can't make the playoffs. Is Norwich and Sheffield Wednesday.
Quick question here. Hey guys, did you hear anything? The rumor about Wrexham looking at Raheem Sterling. Is there any truth to that? I doubt there's any truth to that at all. And I totally agree with John. Sterling isn't coming to the championship. Not a chance in hell. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think chalk that one up to one of those wild rumors that just get thrown out there. And honestly, I can't even find where that originally came from. Was that just somebody talking? You know what I mean? It wasn't even like an actual rumor. I think from what I could find, like it seemed like it was just one of the shows on TalkSport. They were just throwing names out. It wasn't.
Josh Anthony, look at this. Covered on the show earlier. He's all in.
He's all in.
Josh is always all in on a player. We're buying everybody.
He's all in on everybody. Josh is full of malarkey. This is all you need to know about Josh. Josh picked Coventry to win the league. What a crazy son of a bitch. Who would do that?
Yeah, not even. They're nowhere near. They're nowhere near winning the league. Nowhere near it.
You know what? We got to give him credit. We gave him so much shit for that pick, and they're embarrassing everybody.
That's not going to stop me because they'll get done in the last game of the season. They'll miss out on goal.
Oh my God! Could you
somebody?
Imagine? And could you imagine? Like, seriously, if they don't get promoted from here, I mean, the hell Lampard will catch will be
they're 4 wins clear of 3rd place.
I know. I mean, they're flying.
Yeah. Yep.
There you go. See, worst thing is he picked him to win the league because he likes the kid.
yeah. Josh is picking on colours. He likes the colours, like the pattern.
Oh shoot!
Yeah. So, but no. So look, I mean, I think we can win this weekend, but I'll be more than happy with a draw.
Yeah. I'd be happy with a draw too. I think we can win. I just got the sneaking suspicion we will win. To be fair, I don't think Preston's been that great here lately. I think their form has dropped off a bit. So let me just look at their form. So I mean, they had to come back and beat Wednesday. Wednesday should absolutely
Wednesday were up for a long time
and got a penalty when it was 2-2, and Wednesday got a penalty and it got saved. Wednesday should have won that game. And then they drew with Watford, lost to Blackburn, drew with Millwall, beat Swansea, which everybody beats Swansea. So I think their form's a little shaky at the moment. Going there and getting a win's tough. Going there and getting it's a place that's hard to go and get a win. So Birmingham I know that. Happy with a draw. I think we can get a win though.
Yeah. Birmingham went there and won, so if they can do it, anybody can do it.
Fair enough. There you go. For sure. Oh shoot. But yeah, that's about all I got on this. I mean, they're a direct team. They play a lot like us. They still sit back. It'll be interesting to see who ends up with more of the ball this weekend.
Yes, I
Because I
agree.
think it could be one of those games where we're both just happy to let each other have the ball. So it like might be one of those. You take it. No, you take it. No, you take
No,
it. No, you take it.
I
So we'll
absolutely
see.
agree with
We'll
you
see
there.
how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Of course, I say that, and it'll be a 4-4 thriller. it'll be a basketball game.
Imagine
Uh,
that.
yeah, that's how it goes though. Sometimes you see a game that you think is going to be a basketball game, and it ends up a 0-0, and then you
Yeah.
see a game that you think will be a basketball game, or you think will be a 0-0, and ends up a basketball game. So,
Mm.
um, yeah. See, this is see. I agree, John. Totally agree. Uh, exactly. Nothing special. They're not anything special. I don't understand. I'm not, like I said, they're just another one of the teams in the top six that I'm not blown away by. And maybe they kick our ass this weekend, and I say, well, there
And
you
you better
go.
eat your
But
words.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just not, and I'm not saying we're world beaters by any means, but it's just I'm
Mm.
not that blown away by the championship this season.
Well,
Really,
it's
I mean,
also tight. Like,
yeah.
besides Coventry,
Hmm.
there's no one that you can say is showing. In fact, of all the other teams in the last month, the best team's been Southampton.
Yeah.
You know,
And we're right up there. We're in the form table. I think we're what, third or something in the
yeah,
form table, something like third or fourth. Because I mean we're on 2 points a game. I mean, we're
no,
win
no.
loss. If you win loss
Oh,
the whole
for
season,
the
you're
last
on.
few games, yes, yeah,
You're
yeah.
on the last on a few games. That's what I'm saying. They're like say last 5 or 6.
Yeah.
We're on 2 points a game. So I mean, if you win half your games and draw the rest, you're going to get
Well,
promoted.
you take the next 10 games and you average 2 points a game. That gets you to 46 points 10
Yeah,
games from now. And I tell you what, that's a long way up the table.
yeah, for
You
sure.
will
Yeah,
be right in playoff contention.
yeah. I mean, and we're going to lose games. We know we're going to lose games.
Yep.
But right now, I think, and John is just touched on it. I think we've been really consistent right here lately. Or
Mm.
we've been playing it, much better.
Yep.
And I think the teams that can have the
With,
consistency are going to
with some
be,
good players out injured, Aaron.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you think about basically our 2 starting wing backs are out. I mean, that's
Mhm.
huge. That's massive.
Massive. Yep.
And so the fact that we're still able to win, able to play well without him, I mean,
Mm.
that's great. That's good stuff. We'll see. I, and I actually, a little sneak peek. Uh, I've already started my scouting for January.
What? What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Not me,
No,
right?
no, I fully
Not me,
expect that
right?
from you.
I was actually doing a little bit today too. I
In
was
fact,
doing
I reckon you're a little bit late. It's already December.
well, I
You
wanted to wait and I started, I'll be honest, I think I got my note. Let's see, I'll tell you the day I started because it'll tell you when oh wait, no, it won't. It'll tell you when I updated it. I don't remember. It was a couple weeks ago when I put my first name on first name on the list of a player I wanted to look at. So, uh, yeah, we'll have to do a show. We'll have to get a show together or something where we
Oh,
can throw
100%.
some names out there before the window starts, and then of course we'll
Before the
do
window, we'll do some early predictions.
some early
Well, did you hear?
predictions.
Did you hear
Yeah.
Birmingham's letting Fujimoto go, Aaron?
Oh yeah, that's another one, which that's interesting. I'm interested in that because I
Yeah.
just
Now,
don't know that he fits us. That's the only thing.
I
He
know,
looks like a
I know. And
really
John and I
skilled
had this
football
conversation.
player, but I just don't know if where he would fit for us. That would be the problem. And I also worry that I mean he didn't get a sniff for them, and so if he's not getting a sniff for them, is it really somebody we want? You know what I mean? There's got to be something to that. You know what I'm saying?
I was all in on him, but
I know I was too. I thought he looked fantastic. So that's
the
interesting.
problem is he is exactly the same position, like John said yesterday. He's the same position as Broadhead and Windass.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
I was picking him before we had either of those players,
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
and the simple fact of the matter is we now have those players, so he probably doesn't hit the radar. We need different positions to that.
Yeah. If I could see it, maybe if we went to the 3-4-2-1 and stuck with it, and it was like consistently we were using that formation every week, and we needed players we needed subs. You know, we needed players behind
you
those
have the
two.
rotation,
and you were playing those two together. If he started playing Broadhead and Windass together, and he wanted backups for those, replacements for those to come off, so those guys could come off, and you had guys to plug in. But we've not been doing that. We've been playing more of the 3-5-2, where those two can just sub for each other, and so it doesn't.
Well,
you know what I mean? It's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah. Just give me a sec. So, Phil, if you're listening, let's run that system. Let's get Windass and Broadhead on there. Let's get Fujimoto. We'll bring him on 15 minutes to go. Next game against Birmingham, and he'll score the winner, and John will just blow up.
I'll tell you what, we did finally see it Saturday. We had like 10 minutes of those. It was Kiefer up front and those two in behind him, and I was giddy. I was like, yes, let's do it. And we were playing on. It's funny. I missed the first half of the game on Saturday. Brandon had a wrestling tournament, and we were so I didn't get to watch the first half. So I was kind of checking on X, you know what I mean, just getting up. I was getting the updates and stuff, and everybody's complaining about how bad it was. And then I finally got to where I could start watching, and we were playing amazing. You know what I mean? The second half we looked unbelievable, for most of it. So I was like, oh geez, this wasn't so bad. But I was when Windass came on and Broadhead didn't go off, I was like, yes, let's go.
And Doyle comes on and is just giving license.
Oh my God. I'll tell you what, Doyle, he really did. He looked fantastic when he came in. I thought he was fantastic. That was why I was hard not to put him in my starting lineup, but I just think defensively, I think we go with, you know what I mean? Being that it's a away game, if it was a home game, I'd have probably went towards playing him. But since it's an away game, I could see Scar playing again.
John, there's no flaw in my plan. I don't want to loan him. I just want to buy him.
Yeah.
We'll own the guy.
Yeah.
We'll give you $50 for him.
Yeah, $50. And we'll throw in a hot dog. There you go. $50, back balls, and a hot dog.
And a Wrexham scarf.
Yeah, there you go. Wrexham tax 10 million.
Yeah.
Probably.
You guys don't need money. You got Brady money.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Well, what else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to touch about?
I mean, is there anything else we do want to touch about? I mean, I've done my tips for the weekend.
I need to do mine. I got to do mine.
You need to do yours. I need to send all the boys the teams for the midweek game, which I will do today. And then, but I'll tell you what I will say is the games this weekend, mate, there's some absolute gangbusters. Absolute gangbusters. I mean, first game tomorrow, even to start the weekend, is Hull v Middlesbrough.
Yeah, that's going to be a banger. That could be a really good game. It also could be the shits because Hull, it just depends on which Hull shows up.
But when you talk about the table, Hull on 28 points in ninth, Middlesbrough on 33 points in second. Hull go and win on the weekend and keep Middlesbrough on 33. It just tightens up all the way to second place.
Yeah.
Even a draw, and even if it goes the other way and Middlesbrough win and try and get some separation up there at the top, it leaves Hull right for us to take a win and go over them.
Yeah. Yeah.
There'll be all this going on all weekend.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're always going to have that. That's why, like, you can look at the table and be like, well, yeah, what are we, five? Are we 5 points off the playoff, or 3 points?
Yeah, no, we're only 3 points off sixth position.
Okay, so we're 3 points off the playoffs, but so it's like, oh, we're 1 win off the playoffs. Well, we're 1 win, but we also need 4 other teams to lose for us for that jump to work. It's not quite
It's
that
so tight.
simple. You know what I mean? It's yeah. So I mean, even with a win, we probably still are only going to move up a couple spots, probably.
And then the early game Saturday, you got Watford at home to Norwich, who seems to have found a little bit more form. You've got Derby at home to Leicester, and then you've got good old Nathan Jones. It's probably the week game of one of the week games of the weekend. Week games is Charlton at home to Portsmouth.
That I mean that one right there. That's
massive for Charlton.
That could be important in the
relegation
fight.
Massive.
I'd be worried if I was Charlton. They are heading the wrong way in a hurry.
Yep. And then you get into the standard kickoff, and there's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 games to go. All played. There's no late game this week. They're all played same time for us, same time as us. So 8 games all going on at once. So that live table will just be doing this.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm really looking forward. Another game for the relegation battle. I talked about all the bangers. Another game for the relegation battle. Swansea at home to Oxford.
Oxford. I'm sure the Oxford wins that. I think Swansea's in trouble. I think they're going down, man. I'm not. That we were listening to. You weren't on, because we did on Champ Chat. We listened to the interview, the initial interview for their new coach, and just listened to him, and I'm like, this just doesn't sound like a guy that's coming in to get this team to win at any cost. It sounded more like a guy, we're going to play my way. I have a way of doing things. Nothing else. You know what I mean? So instead of, I need to get this team winning because we're struggling, it was like, oh, I play a certain way. We're going to play that way. And
is that self-confidence? If you play my way, we're going to be fine.
Maybe, and maybe he's right. He could be right, but it just doesn't. To me, it seems I don't think his style is necessarily the. I don't think that's what they need to get some wins right now. I think they can.
I want John Merrill to answer that question in the chat.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Is it at Birmingham or is that?
Sorry, Southampton are at home.
I think Southampton's going that.
So the Boyle Aaron. Oh, wow. So you're going to lose 4-3.
He's due. Yeah, there you go. He's due to get some penalties. He's due for sure.
I have tipped a Southampton 2-1 victory.
I haven't made that pick yet, but I probably could see that 2-1.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Southampton, I think, are getting. I don't know. I'm still not. I don't know. I gotta think about it. I'll do my tips. I'll get them in tomorrow before the
get them in. I'll get all the boys tomorrow. Games, and it's all going well. But if you want to have a look at how good Aaron's been going, get into the Discord, into the footy tip section. Have a look at the latest spreadsheet. Have a look at Aaron's weekend. We had an absolute cracker. And I had to double check. I had you down for not putting in your tip for Blackburn v Ipswich. And then I went back.
Put it in. I nailed it.
I had to go back and change it. I checked the timestamp too, just to make sure.
I nailed it because I warned everybody. It was Monday, and I told everybody that game was on the next day. I tried to put it in the chat.
Harry all over didn't get his tip in though.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Harry, didn't I? Oops, my bad. Screw that guy. But I will say this: Harry all over is beating John. It's terrible, John. Come on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And Harry all over is tied with all of South America.
I gotta be honest with you. Harry all over, the app I was using to do him went haywire. So I gotta redo some things with Harry.
Okay.
So I need to get back to doing the videos for Harry, but the app I was using took a shit on me. I was paying for it too. You know how annoying that is? I was paying for an app and then it just quit working.
Just flipped out.
What
Yeah. Well, mate, I do have to rock and roll.
All right, buddy. Go sell some houses.
Been a good one. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the plan. Get out there and just, earn some money so I can afford to sit here and talk to you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good. But that's it. Look, I like this lineup. Back to the tactical Fortitude. I
Yeah.
like this lineup. I think this lineup can win. And yeah, I think Broadhead scores 1 and Moore scores 1.
Ooh. So what do you think? 2-0?
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
I might go with 2-0. I like
We'll
it.
concede.
Maybe a 1-0.
We'll concede an own goal by Macca,
Oh,
who then will punch himself in the nose.
punch himself.
Conceding an own goal.
Have a go at himself.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, Ken, what's a medium range house going for in Australia? To find medium range, let's do this. I'd say you're pretty much looking at $1 million now. There you go.
There you go.
So, yeah.
All right.
Well, been real.
Good stuff.
Been good, buddy. Thanks for the breakdown.
Yep.
Don't forget to get your tips in. Everybody, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Consider becoming a member if you want to. We're at, Friday my time, Thursday your time. So the games start tomorrow. Then Josh will probably do a breakfast club tomorrow. But then we get into game day build-up, watch along, extra time, the whole kit and caboodle. It's been real. It's been another week. They're flying by. We're just going to steamroll, express train straight into Christmas now. There are game after game after game.
Yes. We think 5 in a row. 5 in a row straight to Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, guys. Well, look, on that bombshell, we're going to get out of here. We will see you all again soon, but look forward to the
interview tomorrow.
Oh, interview tomorrow. Is that
Patty's? I believe that's probably Patty's interview. I think.
Patty's interview. Oh, Patty's interview with Baz.
Yes.
Guys,
good stuff.
Get ready. That's an absolute banger. There's the boss in the background, keeping us honest. So, yeah, make sure to hit your notifications because that one you do not want to miss.
Yep.
So, on that bombshell, we will see you all again next time.